Hello and welcome back to another Plan With Me video. In this video I'm setting up my bullet journal for April, so let's get started. April is the first month, at least here in Finland, when we start to see the first signs of spring. The sun is shining, birds are singing and the nature is waking up. So I wanted to do something bright and fun to resemble that. And to be honest, I feel like this happy and colorful theme is just what I need, given what's going on all over the world right now. So for April I decided to do butterflies. I'm not sure which type of butterflies these are. In Finland these yellow lemon butterflies, as we call them, are one of the first that you see in the spring. For the yellow parts I used a light yellow Tombow brush pen. I think this is from the Pastel pack. And then I decided to add some light green as well with a zebra Mildliner. As you can see, I didn't color in the whole wing part because I wanted the butterflies to look a bit lighter. I tried to color the wings in the same way I was planning to do the detailing, and I think it worked pretty well this way. You could do this the other way around and leave the coloring last, but then you'd have to watch out for smudging the details. By the way, I used the thinnest fineliner I had. This is Pigma Micron in size 005. I'm linking all the supplies to the description box as usual. Moving on to the next page, that is going to be my monthly calendar. I decided to go again with the standard grid layout, but made the boxes a bit smaller than last month. These are 6 dot spaces tall and 5 dot spaces wide. And this way I have space on both sides of the calendar. Now, on my last setups I've done a separate page for my content ideas and plans. But this month I wanted to try to combine the content page with my monthly calendar spread. I was thinking of doing the ideas on the side and then the schedule inside the actual calendar. Then on the right side of the calendar I did my monthly goals and tasks as usual. For the days of the week I made these small boxes and added a green drop shadow. And then for the days I used the yellow brush pen. Last month I also had 2 accent colors instead of only one, and I really liked how playful and fun it looked. Talking about playful and fun, I recently got some new washi tapes and this yellow polka dot one suited this theme perfectly. I've been getting more into these decorative, fun, colorful setups, although I've always considered my style to be more minimalist. But I don't know, maybe you don't have to restrict yourself to only do your bullet journal in a specific style. Finally, I added some butterflies to the top of the page and moved on. On this next page, I have my habit tracker. This time I decided to do 9 mini calendars, but ended up messing up the days in the second one. For small mistakes like this, I like to use a white gel pen. This particular one is a Sakura jelly roll. Anyways, for the rest of the mini calendars I paid extra attention. Making these kinds of habit trackers takes some time, but in my opinion the end result is worth it. And I do have a lot of time these days. This month I added a new habit, less than 2 hours of TV, because although I have some extra time, I don't want to spend it just watching Netflix. And while I'm staying home, I still want to maintain my daily routine. I decorated this page with some washi tapes and move on to my mood tracker. I've really enjoyed making these creative mood trackers the past couple of months, so I wanted to create one for April as well. I had this idea to draw a bunch of butterflies flying across the page. So I started off by sketching the butterflies first because I wanted to make sure that I had the right amount of them. Depending on the orientation of the butterfly, I can fit up to 4 days in one butterfly, so that I didn't have to draw 30 butterflies to this one page. Then I added the detailing and the numbers to each wing. This page turned out looking so aesthetic, even without the coloring. And by the way, I've been sharing my mood trackers from previous months all filled in on my Instagram account at Papery Thoughts, if you want to go check that out. Finally, I added the legend to the bottom right corner and flipped to the next page. Okay, so next I'm doing my expense tracker, and this is basically the same as always. For this whole year, basically, I haven't really been able to decide which categories I'd like to track, and this month is no exception. I decided to take the stationery category out because I like to think I don't buy that many stationery items, and replace that with entertainment category. Then the other categories that I have are house and food, cosmetics, extra and income. I divided my tracker into 5 weeks as usual and moved on to the next page. So for this page I'm doing my April memories. I made this kind of a page first time in my March setup because I wanted to do some more journaling in my bullet journal. And this type of page ended up working perfectly for me. Here I can write down some memories or highlights of the month, and when I look back to my old bullet journals, it won't be just to-do list one after another. To the bottom of this page, I drew some butterflies, but decided to keep the rest kinda simple. Moving on to my next page. On this page I wanted to do something related to spring, so I came up with this spring countdown list. This is kind of a bucket list, but I also have space to write down the date when I have done the activity or seen a sign of spring. I drew again some butterflies to the center of this spread and then did the boxes for the things on my list. I wrote down a couple of activities like eating ice cream and biking, but then I left some of them blank so that I can come up with some new activities or signs of spring later. If you have any suggestions what I could add to my list, let me know in the comments. The page next to this I left empty for any notes that I might have. And then finally we have my first weekly spread. Someone suggested me a while back that I should do videos of me setting up my weeklies as well, and I think I could have time to try it out this month. I usually have only shown you my first weekly spread on my monthly setups, and like this one I've speeded it up like 6 times faster than normal. But maybe these weeklies could be a bit more chill and more like real-time videos, or at least not 6 times faster. I don't know, let me know in the comments what do you think of this idea. Okay, but back to this setup. I decided to go with this layout that I've done a couple of times before. I made these cute little flags for the numbers and used this small caps font for the days. Then I did my weekly tasks on the side and added some butterflies for decoration. Overall, I'm really happy how this setup turned out. Here you can see the final flip through of my April setup. If you liked my setup, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more videos from me. Thank you for watching and see you guys soon. Bye!